do you think you could live if you had a one that got away?
Either you spin back the block, get with them, or I have to block you. I always said with him, one of us has to move churches.
We need a Drewski Spice Adams collab.
I think it's easier to have a bad relationship than it is to have a good
But
relationship.
it's the same way it's easier to be fat than it is to be fit. It's the same way it is easier to be dumb than educated.
Yeah, hundo. Like it takes work to build the good thing, I think. You know what I'm saying?
A sign that anybody is not doing well in their life is they start disconnecting from people.
There's just a connection you have with the Baba, bro. It's like I now have my guy.
Oh, my man. Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of the Disruption Podcast.
Hey.
We're here.
Why?
301 episodes.
Thank
you for joining us. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, stream, rate us 5 stars on Spotify.
Or else Daniel will delete the episode again.
He'll do that without anyone's knowledge.
I'll do it. Tempt me.
Yes, thank you for joining us. We are excited for this next phase,
bro.
I guess. Feels like it. I don't know. It doesn't really
It feels like that's me. Yeah, man.
I feel like we're just suddenly more
hungry.
Hungry.
Is that what the word is,
Hungry.
bro? Wow,
The
the
word
word
is
came
hungry.
from church energized, bro. Do not miss, bro.
Doesn't mind.
Noor the Baghdaddy.
Chief Olasoji in the building, baby.
It's your girl, Moeezy.
There's a prince. What's
We
happening?
got an hour and 20 minutes to entertain you. What did everybody do yesterday?
Fine. You want
Just
to
because you want to talk about what you did.
Yeah, but courtesy, get it out the way, guys. Come on.
Depends, because I can go somewhere.
Okay.
But you also
This
go
is a
somewhere.
podcast. Just go.
Calm.
Yeah, go somewhere.
2 funny ass little things. I'll say the second one maybe later. But I got my hair cut yesterday, man.
Wow. It's looking fresh, man.
Guys, you don't understand what this does to a man, bro. Like,
Tell me.
No, but you can,
Bro.
you can,
Nah,
you
be
can
the
relate
same
as well.
thing, yeah.
Men's Mental Health Month, bro.
Yeah.
This was needed. It felt extra special this month. There's just a connection you have with the Baba, bro. It's like I now have my guy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, when you find your guy.
I haven't had my guy for like all my life. This sounds crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're cutting
Like
your
only
hair,
the past
bro.
year I've gotten my guy now,
Yeah.
bro.
Oh, my man.
My man.
Why you give him a plug?
Shout out to
People
Farrah
can
Fades,
go
man,
to
in the
him,
southeastern suburbs. He actually nices up pretty much all of NPL.
Yeah, he
Does everybody at
he
this
does.
point.
All
He's
of
good,
the NPL
yeah.
players are niced up by Farrah Fades, man. Shout out to Lano. Just when it's one of those. I mean, you do the same, bro. You get your beard trim up and everything.
Yeah.
You get it.
I had a
You
great experience with that yesterday, actually.
You have a chop it up, and you just I see it. Give him a little. I see it, man.
Wow. A little fade, bro. I love it.
Bro. But it was just you see them in time stamps in blocks of life, 3 weeks. This one I dragged it for a little bit. Yeah, he's like, bro, what do I have to do to make you come regular? Because there was a guy just before me as well. He dapped him up, niced up his haircut. He's like, see you next week. And then as soon as I sat down, I was like, did you hear that? I was like, what? The see you next week?
next
part? He's like, yeah, some of my clients are like that. I said, damn, bro, like what's he cutting, bro? I sat down, he niced me up. It was one of those I was just like, do your thing. I told him what I wanted. He said, you're being silly.
Yeah.
I just closed my eyes and I woke up like this.
Wow.
Crazy. Bro.
So how do you know
Like it.
when your haircut is nice? Is it
When?
Is it yours? There was a mouse like, oh, turn around. Let me see that.
It's a combination of things. It's when because bro, there's nothing worse, than opening, like, because the lineup is the last part.
Yeah.
Then opening your eyes and you just see horror, bro.
He's just spraying.
'Cause I used to get my hair cut at a particular place and they finished that part and I open, I said, oh my God.
That's why you got bullied into finding a new one.
Y equals 3 minus X.
Broski, when you go home, bro, in the comments from your family,
Far out,
they're
bro.
like, yeah, it's like, who'd you go to?
That's what pushed me to actually learn how to cut my own hair because I was doing that for about 5 years almost, guys.
Yeah.
Cutting my own hair for like 4 or 5 years, bro.
Yeah.
But he nice, man. I just looked at him and I was like, bro, you've restored my aura, bro.
Bro, all those
hear it.
memes on when you get your haircut is so true.
It's so true.
It's
And
like-
have you
it's
seen
like-
the Spice Adams one when he comes in all
Yeah.
comes in all shy, and as he's cutting his hair,
wait. How's your week?
yeah, it's okay. My wife let me out today. You know what I mean? I was out there in the club, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, high key, I'm just thinking about it. We need a Drewski Spice Adams collab.
Them to come to, because they are.
Because that's father and son right there.
father
Of
and
that
son.
kind of
Would we
content.
say Kai steps into that? No, but Kai don't do
Nah,
the
Kai
skits
is
as much,
ugly
yeah?
step kid,
He's
bro.
ugly
Yeah,
step
it's
kid.
not
He's wild.
really a
Drewski and Spice Adams collab.
Yeah.
it needs to happen. But maybe
man.
I don't think Spice likes
gosh.
Drewski.
Yeah.
Drewski too much.
Do
But yeah, man.
you chop it up with him? Like, in the salon we chat because I also got my hair did yesterday
Yes,
too,
sir.
and we were there for a very long
But it's
time.
mental health month, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Sorry about that one. Sorry about that one. But yeah,
Not
do you
about
guys
you.
like you chop it up like life and
Good
everything?
chats.
Yeah.
Good chats, bro. I was even almost like, bro, you want to like hang out after like outside of
And
this?
then it's like
his
boundaries,
place, right?
boundaries.
He does that at his
It's at
own
his spot,
place.
yeah, it's at his
Right.
spot, yeah. I was like, bro, like,
So there's no other barbers there or nothing.
nah, oh, his brother, but yeah, when it's there, it's just ISO.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
it's
nice.
It's
I like
appointment
that.
basis,
You're
yeah, 'cause, you know what I
building
mean, with the black gloves, you know.
See, because yesterday I go get my beard done, and they a bunch of us Lebanese guy that owns the store. It's in Eastland. Normally, I don't like spots in a
shopping
mall,
center, yeah,
but I trust them. So they own it, and then like there's like 3 Lebanese guys that work there, 2 Iraqi guys, whatever. And so like, and then when I got there, it's like everybody in the chairs was also Arab. So everyone's just bantering.
That's
Now
nice.
one guy gets off the seat just before me, and then he's Arab, so he's boarding, and so he's going filling his thing in the mirror. And then he's using, I don't know, whatever the trick is or not. And my barber just kicks his ass. Now my barber turns around, he's got the razor, he's thinger, and the guy turns around to kick him. And I was like, hey, stop. My life is in his hands right now. It's like, you kick him, I'm gone.
I'm finished,
Yeah,
bro.
but it is nice. The chopper, like just being around,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and then talking live, whatnot.
Conversation.
Fab. It's
Love
actually
that.
crazy what, like, and I was gonna ask, like, what do you guys do to restore your aura as men, or what is the look after yourself thing, man? Because bro, I don't think guys we don't. You need to tantalize a little bit, man. Tantalize yourself, man. Romance yourself.
You know something that I've tried doing so many times, and like even now, like I have the stuff for it. Skincare.
Right. Okay.
I just find it makes my skin worse.
Yeah.
Every
does
time it makes
sometimes,
my
yeah.
skin worse
Yep.
when I do it, and so I'm like, okay, well, but it feels nice. Like you smell good after, you feel smooth, all that. But I'm like, my skin becomes worse in 3 days.
With that one, you gotta actually like go find the things that work for you. You can't
Yeah.
just buy anything.
Yeah.
Because especially if your skin is sensitive as well. But it is a nice, feeling.
is.
So you have all the products.
I have expensive stuff too.
Very expensive,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah.
The one use the one you gave me, the face wake up,
What's that?
the little orange.
A little orange on, yeah.
This
like,
is-
that one actually just fell.
Damn, you bought it for the calls too. Copy paste.
You guys haven't noticed?
But that thing there, yeah, it actually wakes up your face. I remember I was listening to another pod and the guy's like, you feel like the thing is working when your face is stinging. It's like, nah, bruv, that's a reaction.
No, this one feels like
But this
water,
one
right?
actually
Yeah, no,
just
this
feels-
one, yeah.
and it
Yeah.
feel fresh, like
You
the
feel-
pores are open kind of thing. Yeah, man. But yeah, man, I was like, hey, we need to look after ourselves.
What other stuff is there? To
That's
do?
what I was trying to think. I was like, what else could? I mean, there's sports, obviously. Which
I
is
can
like-
imagine also the guys that get their hair braided. That's quite nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, isn't that
Oh,
a
bro.
process?
That's true.
And then they can normally they don't even have to pay in Melbourne.
Nah.
Ooh, he's not wrong. Allegedly. Allegedly.
Have we found?
They have.
Has it been confirmed though? 'Cause
That's the
they've
thing. It
found a
hasn't
lot
really.
of
It
people.
sounds.
We haven't
like
found
it.
the Melbourne
but it's also
loctician?
just messy. The whole thing is just messy.
So messy,
It's just
bro.
messy. Just,
Even though we live for it a little
I don't
bit.
like it. I don't like it.
Oh yeah, we don't
I don't
like it here at all. Yeah, the braided hair. He said, "Call me."
Walks in.
Yeah, braided.
Braided.
The hair. Because bro, those guys transform. Especially when you see them the day or two before.
Because
with the
I'll
poofy
see
hair.
them. I'll see them on Tuesday night for football
Yeah.
with their hair out,
Full thread.
fro, or they got the space buns or the whatever, and then you
buns,
see them
bro.
Friday night, and you're like, wow, you're a different person, bro.
Hey, shit, bro. That's why I got a little bit mad
Braids
that I
would do
cut my
that,
hair and I
yeah.
never did the braids. A little bit mad.
Yeah.
Because I just wanted one laugh heart, guys.
Doesn't want to suit you though.
Said one laugh heart.
Mental health, man. Them down.
Do you still get your nails done? I remember you used to do that.
I haven't done that.
That's nice.
It got a bit expensive.
Word.
Sorry.
I thought it was cheap. It's like $25 max.
Well, to be
man,
fair,
Couple different cloth.
Yeah, clearly.
to be fair, my girl actually does it for me now.
Oh, that's
Oh, like on a.
Yeah.
Hey, bro.
No.
All right, this is. I'm part of
No,
this.
that's
Okay. Okay. Talk about
I
this
love
because
that.
I saw something and I want to ask.
No, because she's into it. Like she does her own nails.
Yeah.
Like she does not go. She's like proper
Oh, wow.
with it. Yeah.
That's-
She doesn't really go into do it like even if there's a wedding or whatever. She
This guy
actually,
said my girl's not like yours, bro.
no. For her it's different. For her,
That's crazy.
No, for her it's different because she actually wants to do everything herself.
That's sick.
So she actually learned how to do all the
love
stuff
that.
herself. So she doesn't actually need to go in to get it
Yeah,
done,
yeah.
right? So she's got all the equipment, everything ready to go. So she's like, hey, babe, let me start doing your nails. And I was like, I bet, say no more. You know, one time in the car, I'm just like this. She's doing it. She got the clear, put everything on. So she's basically, does my nails for me
wow.
now.
Brother,
yeah.
times
I
have
love
changed.
that.
Times hash.
Yeah. So it's like,
We don't. It's not even grip the thigh anymore while driving.
Yeah, that's
nah, bro,
It's getting
I
pedicure.
sort out my cuticles and
you
put
know how
the
nasty
clear.
this, bro? You put the
one hand on the steering wheel, the other hand manicure.
yeah, not like that. Yeah,
Times have changed. When did Bryson Tiller drop the Trap Soul album? 2019 only. We've changed this.
You park the car, man. You have good
Left hand is
conversation.
steering, the other is getting them done. Come on, bro.
So yeah, because my nails
bad.
grow like pretty fast. So she would do it like every 2 weeks.
I love that.
Even to a point where some of the stuff was actually in my car. You know, she's like, all right, babe. Cool. And then she would actually just do it. Takes like 10 minutes.
Mine has tried now. She's learning how to do her own nails.
All right.
Yeah, first time was this week. It was good effort.
Tell her to get
No. You hit the inflection.
I told her they look like turkey teeth.
Oh my.
A little bit at the moment. She's learning though, so I don't hold her
Encouragement,
against
man.
Training with babes is crazy.
I can see the potential there. I can see the potential. It's week one.
madness,
It's week
bro.
one.
That's a good. Nah, trust me.
Yeah, there's not much else for the guys, man.
Yeah, I think the guy's haircut, the fit as well. I think that's a huge boost in confidence.
I did realize this was a time I need to re-up on some. You know,
Clothes?
like the block.
Yeah.
The block
Yeah.
package, because you guys have been seeing the same jackets too.
It's fine, man. It's fine. It's fine.
So I'm running up again, bro.
Somebody was saying they took a photo of every piece of clothes that they have, uploaded it to ChatGPT, and told it just make a bunch of fits.
They're all fit for me. But it depends what
I hear
culture
it,
your
I hear it.
ChatGPT from. It might mash you up and drip, bro. What kind of culture ChatGPT do you want to sort out your fit?
Well, not some.
No. That's for Patreon.
But I think ultimately, if you find like what's for you, then like
Banger, bro.
you know, if it's like haircut, if it's fit, it doesn't matter what it is. But it's like if you find what's for you, it's a nice.
Oh, re-upping on new. This sounds so dumb. New earrings.
Bro,
I did that yesterday.
I want to get some new ones. I
Yeah.
need bigger rocks.
Oh, see, for me, it's not even bigger. It's just because they're not diamonds. They're
Yeah.
just glass.
What did you get?
was
What
like-
kind of- we should do them together, man.
It's shining though.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like
Are they
after a while, after a while, they stop being as shiny. You can brush them with toothpaste, whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter. But I was like, it's $35 or something. So.
I need to do that too, man. Since we lost the soldier over here, man. we lost talking about
We lost
soldiers.
one, we gained one.
lost it again.
What'd you do yesterday, though? That you were about to say something interesting.
I went to, I don't know if you guys saw posted online, Table for 10.
Oh,
Ellen's thing. To Ellen Bryant, you guys don't act dumb right now. You obviously know her. Solly's friend.
Oh,
Yeah, so
yeah.
she's
I
created.
seen this.
Yeah. So she created a thing called Table for 10 where basically it's you buy 10 spots for dinner and you kind of buy your ticket and you don't know who else is rocking up. And I was like, oh, this actually looks really cool. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to buy 2 tickets and see who else is there kind of thing. And like, I was genuinely, I was like, I don't know who's like, am I going to know who the people are? Am I not going to know who the people are? Am I going to be like, is it going to be great? Is it going to be like really awkward or whatever? I figured I was like, nobody that is super socially awkward would come to this stuff.
yeah.
So I was like,
Definitely
that'll
not.
be fine. Sensational experience, bro. I can't lie. It was actually very memorable.
Break it down.
It was very memorable. So she curates the event. This guy called Hill from the UK, who lives here now. He is the chef, and then she had a guy that also supplies the wine for it as well. And so like he was kind of explaining why he paired everything with everything. The nice thing as well is because you pay time ago, like a month or two ago. It's like this just feels free at this point. Girl
banger,
math.
bro.
Girl maths.
Yeah. So yeah, it was I think 3 or 4 courses, including dessert, and yeah, it's just like a bunch of people. You meet them, you just start chatting. Like didn't know any of them.
I was gonna
I
say
think there was one person there that I kind of recognized, but I wasn't sure from where.
Yeah.
They're listening to this going, I know you.
Nah, I don't think so. But it was interesting, man. It was really, really, really interesting. It was a cool experience. The food was sensational. Like the guy was a chef for like 6 years in London, like a bunch of restaurants and stuff. But it was really dope, really, really dope. Like highly recommend. I think at the end she was asking us, she was like, "Oh, like what made each of you guys want to do this kind of thing?" And I was saying, I just like the idea of, I think I've said this on here, like just doing something that creates a memory. or like kind of those like checkpoints in time. And like I was saying, like if we were to normal date night, whatever, go to a dinner somewhere, like you're either gonna enjoy the food or you're not gonna enjoy the food.
Yeah.
Not that much is memorable. Like to be fair, the only like you obviously you have great conversations with your partner and whatnot, but it's like rarely is a conversation that memorable. You know what I mean? Like, because what are you gonna talk about? The world, this, that, life.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's not that memorable. Funny enough, it's only memorable if you guys just have a horrible date night. You know, those date nights where you're like,
And
The one I remember the most is when I ruined Miles' birthday. Like, it's one of those moments.
yeah, right. And so, but I was like, this one, like, regardless of how good the food is or isn't, right?
This is silly.
It's just gonna be. It's like, hey, remember the time we went to dinner with 8 random
Randoms,
people,
yeah.
and like just met a bunch of people, chatted. I think there's also maybe not that many experiences where you share your life and have to stay in that spot.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Where it's like I think oftentimes in passing, like if you go, I don't know, to a church or to a such thing or whatnot, someone might ask you a bit about whatnot, but then it's like, okay, and then I'm gonna split and talk to someone else. But here it's like someone asks you something and then it's like, you gotta stay, you know what I mean? So it's like you actually get to really know. It was really, really dope. I really liked the experience. I think it's like, it's a bit, you gotta like be game for it, but it's not, they don't make it daunting at all. Yeah.
Bro, my heart's pounding now hearing about it.
No, it's calm. Like it's actually great.
Arms are heavy, bro. Like, I'm sweating, mom's spaghetti. What's going on?
It's like, I can't be bothered.
No, not bothered. I like that. See, it's so weird.
it's
I
nice.
love comedy,
Yeah.
bro.
I would like to do just a random one.
Yeah, it's really good. Funny enough, I was like, bro, imagine I run into like one of you guys there and we were just all trying to be secretive. But also, like we were saying, like, bro, imagine worst case scenario. It's like we will go there and there's like previous partners there or something, like, because you don't know.
Of course.
So it's like,
Yeah,
this could be the worst time ever,
Wow.
or the best time.
Best time ever.
Yeah,
Would
but
you
it
do
was
it
great. It was great, huh?
Would you do it again?
Yeah, I would for sure.
Experience again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think because they're few and far in between at the moment. Ellen was saying she wants to kind of keep like what's the word, like as in if she opens up another slot now, it's like if there's demand, it's like, all right, no, you might have to sit this out kind of thing.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
of course, of
Fair
course.
enough. Like just
Get
let
some
more
new
people
faces,
experience.
more
Yeah, for
people
now.
in, yeah.
But I think
diverse
it's
proof of concept kind of thing.
Yeah.
Interesting.
yeah.
I got two things from that. The first one was like you talked about like being being in a spot and then having to like you open up and you share and then you're stuck in that like situation. I saw some that I used to work with on the train last week. The train can really set you up, bro. It's like, especially when because in my mind I was gonna sit down and cook up editing. I was gonna find a spot and just edit. I didn't care where I was gonna sit. Knees could be, normally I sit in the disability one for the leg room. I said I don't care. Today I'm gonna sit anywhere I can. Just as soon as I walked in, boom, somebody there. I said, oh my God. Ended up just talk the whole way. It's one of those where like their stop is, it's not like the second one, it's 2 before mine. So we're talking for like an hour. And then I was like, damn, man's just, there's stuff that I don't even share necessarily on pod, but we're just talking. Because we're talking and why not? This is for conversation and conversation's sake and for flow. We just, share with you. Like, bro, I'm not going to see you again for who knows how long. Just, have that information.
Just chat,
And I was like, what? Why? I don't know, why did I feel the need to be able to just share some stuff? I was like, bro, this isn't...
You opened up?
Bro, I'll be moving on. Yeah, like, why are we just opening up? Like, what's going on here? But I think it is that thing of like, you're just here. What are you going to do? You're going to
You can't move.
stay stush, and then now there's nothing, no direction, what's the word here? Dynamic? No flow to the convo or whatever. I'm like, bro, it's a weird thing that what happens when you get put in that space or the environment in that instance.
And I think that's the thing. I don't think we get put in those situations too often. Which is why conversations feel very surface level. Yeah. I remember this is years ago. I was catching the train to the city to work. But there was bus replacement.
So sorry.
Damn. All right, cool. And this is like morning. So the traffic is peak as well, catching the train from the ends all the way to like Caulfield. So I was like, you know what? It's comfortable, it's quiet, whatever. I'm just going to chill. Then I was sitting down the corner. I found a nice corner in the bus, comfortable bus. And then I see a guy that's walking in, and I know him. But I was like, bro, I can't be bothered talking right now. And I don't know him that well as well. So I'm like, in my head, I'm really thinking ahead. I'm like, what the heck are we going to talk about if he sits here? I'm going to be here for an hour. he sees us like, yo, Carlos. I'm like, okay, cool. Now you know, so it's just funny to think like, bro, what the heck are we gonna talk about? Or this is gonna be very, but bro, we spoke all the way through until we got off, and I was like, what the, like that was very surprising to me. But I think it's again the element of just maybe opening up a little bit more as well. And I know that he's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere as well. For sure. And there's not gonna be a moment where there's gonna be silence as well. So we're just chatting all the way through. It was pretty crazy.
Bro, being in the crucible will teach you though, man. Because I've had some howlers in my day, bro. Like,
bro, one or two of the jokes I was saying, because you realize, when you realize that's not your group. You know that TikTok sound and let me sit my stupid ass.
Yeah, when you don't say your place, bro. Yeah.
oh no,
Bro, someone say something, and I was like, and like no one said. I was like, let me just kill myself. I ruined the day for everyone right now.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. I love those jokes, bro. Oh, man.
Bro, it's so bad.
Dumb, man. You said 1 or 2.
Did you crack a joke?
Yeah,
he's saying it didn't land.
Oh, it didn't land, huh?
Gosh,
Play it
not my
off.
group of
bro,
friends.
it trains you though, man.
That's not very good, okay? Like, you know what? It's like, that's not very nice.
not
Like,
Yeah,
alright,
no,
so
you know, like when you're,
that's
there's
not
those people that are like, they're just supportive of everything. Like, as in, like, you tell them anything about your life, and they're like, oh, that's amazing. Dope. Yeah, like, oh, I'm a Buddhist that now, I don't know, eats meat, and they be like, this is great.
That's great.
Or
I love that
you're like,
for you.
I have, you know, I'm gonna
I'm a
go to
kindergarten
war.
teacher, but
And
I
they're
do
like,
something
great,
else.
like everything's great, and I'm just like, oh, we're not just not gonna judge nothing.
No judgment zone and that, yeah.
Yeah.
Far out, bro.
So I meant Hindu that eats.
Nah, I've
meat,
had
not
bad,
Buddhist.
yeah, bro. It really does train you up, man. I think now I do feel like I'm very skilled in the art of a conversation. I lied. To this day, I still have.
Everyone makes mistakes.
Still have some howlers, but it's those when you
Humans,
just
bro.
turn around and walk away. What is wrong with me?
Yeah, you think
Let
about
me
it.
sit my stupid ass down,
Yeah.
bro.
You think about it a little bit, like in like a year, like while you're gonna go to sleep.
Showers, bro. You're just in the shower.
Conversation in the shower.
Clothes on still, bro. Bro, you know what's wrong with me? I replay.
Yeah.
Like what I would have said.
What I would have said, bro. Far out.
Now, them jokes don't land. They don't like. You're like, all right, cool.
What
Am I
is
a
the polite way
narcissist?
though? Is that go?
No, go.
No, you go.
No, you go.
Hurry
What's the
up.
polite? Stop this politeness.
No, because you're following on. So go.
Because I said I had said, am I a narcissist?
Why?
No, but now
So now we have
if
to
I
let
take
you-
over, I have to let you.
I really know what you're gonna say.
No, I'm curious. Go.
Always
Are you a
No, I was
that
thinking, am I a
people should
narcissist? Because like normally, if they don't like laugh at my joke, I'm like, they just don't have a sense of humor.
No, you might.
No sense of humor with these
You
people.
just believe every joke that you say.
Well,
bang,
it's
is that?
well when you can normally land and work the room, but you've had now this is 2 situations that you've gone wrong. There's the one, there's the one where you're stuttering.
No, that's not my fault. That was impediment. Speech impediment.
Yeah, true.
But if it normally lands in other spaces, then it's okay. Alternative, all right, that's different. So I think you prove a concept. What were you saying?
Funny ass people. No, I was just saying, like, what is the way to approach this situation? You're sitting on a bus, you see someone you know. Like, what are you thinking? What are they thinking? Because
Everyone's thinking the same thing.
I don't think
yeah,
so.
but then why do you?
No. I truly
Why does that
believe
happen?
no, people actually don't. This is how I know, right? Because if we were thinking the same thing, he would have walked past and pretend that he's not sitting.
But you know you
He
can't.
doesn't. Yeah.
What do you mean? No, 100%.
No, you definitely can.
Oh, because you also act like you see him too.
Yes, that's exactly my point, right?
Keep
you
your
know
head
what I just was
down.
like, bro, for me, when I see things happen, I see things from a distance and I think like quickly as well. You know what I mean? So it's like in that situation, even with the bus, there's a seat here and there's a seat here. I'm sitting here already and I'm down like this on my phone like this, right? So if he was thinking what I was thinking, I would walk past not knowing like, I know this is this person, but I'm going to pretend I did not see him, right? But clearly, yo, Carlos, is that Carlos? Like
He
we're on
wants to
different
have a
pages.
conversation.
funny.
Yeah.
We're on different pages.
It's bro, I've mastered the art of the fake phone call, bro. Yo, Curve.
Still can see your screen.
Huh? No.
Yeah, it's
Google.
up.
I locked it first. I locked it first. Yeah, what was that? I'm not too sure, man. I have to check in actually and see. Bro, I'm doing these on something.
But do you acknowledge? Yeah, you acknowledge.
Man,
Goofy
nah,
ass,
guys.
man.
Years ago, there was the shuttle bus between both Monash campuses.
601, mate.
Clayton,
Oh,
Caulfield.
no, that's not.
And I get on the bus, and there's this girl that I didn't know. Like, I'd met her once or twice. I don't know her too well. I think I knew her sister more. And I told you that? Yeah, I sit down on the bus, but I was like, I'm not sure if it's her or not. And then I just get a message on my messenger. It's like, hey, are you on the bus? And I was like, yes.
Oh my days.
My God.
What are you doing there, bro?
Yeah, we just chatted. We just chatted. Yeah.
That
Yeah,
is
we just
so
chatted.
funny.
It was so funny.
Oh man, it's funny. You talk about like going to the event and then pretend like if you see an X there or something, like
Yeah.
what the heck do you do? I also I
fight.
did the weirdest thing yesterday.
Yeah.
There's a show on Netflix or movie rather, and I think it's produced by Kid Cudi and is in it as well, or he voices. It's called Entergalactic, I think.
This
It's like an animated one. Looks like
Yes.
Intergalactic. And I was like, I can't be bothered watching a movie right now because I actually started rewatching Boondocks. So I was like,
Bro, where?
YouTube and 123 movies. Yeah. I got you. No, wait, we stream.
We do.
We stream.
There's nowhere to stream it.
There is. You have to pay.
Yeah, you have to pay on
There's
on
one of the
YouTube.
pay on
websites.
YouTube, which I do. So I was like, I can't be bothered watching like it was an hour and a half maybe or something. I'm like, I'm trying to get into Boondocks. So all I did, I actually like skipped to the end. Saw what happened. I was like, all right, let me backtrack. I saw, okay, this is the start. Oh wait, where did they meet? And I literally was just jumping through. I didn't watch anything. I'll probably watch 1 minute segments. I've got the whole story down.
Yeah.
Whole story down. A guy's riding his bike, just moved, he's an artist, just moved to somewhere in New York or whatever. As he's riding his bike, after moving in and whatnot, he sees an ex. She calls him out, hey, good to see you, whatever. They link up. That same, she's like, yo, we should grab a drink sometime. He goes, bro, guys, I'm telling you.
This is your favorite
So why don't you
storyline
just
in the
watch
world.
it?
Daniel loves the storyline. I hear it. It's a really nice storyline.
No, this one goes different actually.
Okay,
but
well,
yeah,
she kills him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn.
Oh.
And then he's on his balcony just sparking it up, man. And then he sees a lovely couple walking down below. He's like, love is sweet, innit? And he's like, you know what? I'm going to hit her up. Hey, you down for the drink? Is it too soon for the drink?
She's married.
Nah. She's like, yeah, what the heck? Let's catch up. They catch up. They link. They hoof. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Next thing I said, of course. Next morning, he realizes, I shouldn't have done that, man. Like, I don't want to rekindle this. Yeah.
No.
So he's like, you know what? I'm not really on it.
She's crazy for it.
Off he goes, and then he meets a new gal. Like at some point, their love sparks up and whatnot and everything. It's going well, it's going great. And then his ex calls him to come and try to like get rid of something from the house. He leaves his jumper there because there's a mouse like running around. I'm paraphrasing very quick.
Yeah.
Mouse comes in, he's like, oh, what the heck, there's a mouse. Throws his jumper off, let's get out of here. And then his jumper's still there. They zoom, you know how they zoom in like this is key information. Him and the new babes have a beautiful day. Like honestly, a splendid day and everything. Passion, love, energy, sparks. They do their thing. And then it's middle of the night. The babes wakes up.
It's a really good sound effect.
Yeah, that's good, yeah?
Nice, yeah.
It's the ex. Oh, you left your jumper here when you came over? Bro. Then that babes ghosts him and they don't want to chat anymore, blah, blah. But then they rekindle the love in the end. I said, what a beautiful story. I was just looking at it here with the ex part specifically, yeah? What, there's two questions to this. There's how would you guys live, or do you think you could live if you had a one that got away, or what do you do
What do you mean by?
if you had a one that got away?
I don't think.
What do you do,
I don't think I'm beyond begging.
bro? 'Cause I'm thinking the same thing.
I don't think it's beyond me.
Take me back.
Yeah. Like I'll do what needs to be
I
done.
need you.
Yeah.
Not
You know what I mean?
not in a like pestilence way.
Yeah. Oh my.
Pestering, sorry.
Bro, I saw a guy changing the names on her Netflix account to
No,
be a
that's
sentence.
crazy. Or like,
To try
or
and chat,
sending
yeah?
1 cent at a time with a description.
Oh man.
No, that's
But
wild.
what do you do, bro? If you actually had a one that got away, if you truly feel like that's your person, what do you actually do?
Yeah, that's tricky.
Flatline, bro. My heart is.
Because I think like that becomes your standard, right?
Yeah.
And everybody gets painted against the standard.
Standard, yeah.
So you gotta hate every. No, I'm kidding.
I was just like, bro, this.
It
That's
probably
tricky.
is either that. It's like you have to cut them out completely, like fully. Like
But
you don't have any
I think
access to
cutting
me.
them out completely and not having access whatnot doesn't actually change the fact that like you see them. It's like because even in your mind you're like the reason I had to cut them out so completely X'd out, quiet, whatever,
because they
is
were the
because
best thing.
that's who they are to me in my mind. It's just like that's still that person in your brain.
I mean, I don't think there's any in between then, because
Yeah.
if you keep seeing them and they're still around and you see that they're in a new relationship, they're treating
For
their
sure.
new partner the way that they used to treat you, that's going to kill you even more. So it's either you
Yeah.
spin back the block get with them, or I have to block you. I always said with him, one of us has to move churches. One of us has to leave this
Nah, you have to
community.
move the
One of
country.
us has to go.
Who's my babes? Is that my faith?
because-
What's going on here?
Like, you gotta move the country, bro.
because it just I just can't. I would not be able to walk around. And then now you got to just act like, oh yeah, friends, and then see them dating someone else as well. It's I couldn't do that.
But it's so funny though, because like when you don't see them as the one that got away, and then you see them with someone else, you're like, yes, thank God.
Thank God that they're locked
that
in.
they're not gonna come and try and get back here. That one feels so good.
How crazy, yeah? I am delivered.
Bro, bad. You're like, hey, your problem.
Yo.
Well, you might have to beg, bro. I don't know. You might actually have to beg.
Yeah, I don't think there's not like pride to the side, man. Like,
Bro,
get
I
what
am-
you need,
Brother.
not even want what you need.
I am not beyond a block spin, bro. Like, and this is what you're saying. This guy loves this storyline, bro. Can you imagine? Yeah, you gotta.
It's a great story. What are the chances, bro? I'm gonna believe in the universe and set this up. Nah, but for real, like, I think that's one thing that maybe I would
You
struggle.
have to do it in a sweet way.
I wouldn't want to,
Tantalize it.
bro. The urge to like hyper spiritualize something like that. You know, like, I've moved to the Bronx, and what are the chances? 3 levels above me is the
Come on, man. That's God.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
That's the Holy Spirit moving.
You just hear from a balcony. No, that's you. Is that you? What? Right, I'm flying up to a balcony.
I think it's a tricky one because I mean, obviously, when you watch all these movies, you're trying to get back, but you also have to do it in a way where you're not coming across as
Annoying.
as annoying as
Creepy.
It's like, bro,
Yeah.
like you're doing way too much. So it's
Yeah.
also trying to find the balance of like, how do you try, but also do it in a way that
Because imagine they're the one that got away for you, but then you're not. They don't feel the same about you.
horrible.
Like,
you gotta feel the
can
same
you
way. Then
imagine that?
it's different if they're like, I feel the same way about you,
exactly. But if
but
not,
maybe the
it's peak.
situation is different. But if they don't feel,
They don't know
That
it
is
yet.
kind of sweet though.
yeah.
If it's like you're like you both go, oh, you felt like the person that got away, and then
and then
reconnected.
both, and then it's like one day down the track is like,
We actually know a couple like that.
We do. Okay. What a sweet story of
Who?
redemption.
Yes, they did.
oh yeah, they
a
were,
while back,
I remember that.
Tantalizing, bro. See, look at God, man.
and then like years later, I mean, for some people, again, I'm just referring to the movies where it's like years later they run into each other, like, you want to get coffee? You know, you want to get to a cafe, and then they go to a
me off.
cafe. It's like, yo,
Smiling.
wow. It's like,
Bro, one
it's
day he's
like-
gonna dump you for 15 minutes.
just to have this
15
moment.
minutes.
it's like, what was the last 3 years?
Oh my god,
like
what
for
brings you here? The kitchen.
The mortgage. Far out, bro.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like they just and it just becomes so organic as well. It's like,
Yeah.
what you been up to? It's like, yeah, this what's happened. I tried this, didn't really work. I tried that, and then it's just very organic. And then it's like, all right, cool. And then 2 weeks later, it's like, hey,
Bro, I'm locked into this story.
you know, but just so what are you talking about?
Hey man, we love love
Tried
over
this
here.
and
Love boys.
But
Huh?
it's just,
supports him,
but it's
she
just so
gets him.
organic as well. It's like,
Yeah.
and I kind of like that kind of storyline because like,
Because it's not
Just break up her
It's
now
not
and then you
forced.
can do that.
because they're not forcing
You have to mash it up.
But the only thing is, you gotta make sure she does not fall in love with someone else.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What it is, this is what it is. She has to be in a relationship.
Damn it, wait, what?
Yeah, listen. She's got to be in a relationship, but also figure out that
He's not the one.
he's not the
you.
one because the one was actually you.
Yep.
And then so they sort of end up breaking up.
If you let
right?
something go and it comes
And
back
then-
to you, it's truly yours.
And then,
That
yeah,
one.
and then it's like, okay, cool. Well, clearly.
If you love something, you should let it go.
Okay,
and
my
yeah.
bad.
And if it comes back, yeah.
So clearly,
Tumblr wisdom.
clearly, this is not the one for me. And then now she's single, and obviously you're single. And then one day you start each other, and then organic. It's like, oh, yeah, I did
love
this.
is
Didn't really
sweet.
work out. You know, this is that.
But what leads to the breakup then? Because
Of which breakup?
so the first breakup, because we're saying
Ah,
this
depends.
is the person
Yeah.
that got away. What made you guys?
You know what? It needs to be.
know?
It needs to be under
Yeah,
appreciation.
because it can't be.
Yeah,
the guy,
that's the only one.
It can't be the guy was trash.
No,
Yeah.
Like it cannot
Yeah,
be
yeah,
the guy
yeah,
was
yeah.
trash. And
Or
then-
the girl?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Men's mental
What
health.
men's
month,
mental
bro.
health? Sorry, lads.
Far out, man.
Sorry, lads.
I think it's normally it would probably
It's
be
normal.
something stage life-ish.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying.
Okay, yeah,
A
yeah.
shift in
That's what I was
focus.
thinking too.
Like,
Yeah,
you know,
where
and
you-
underappreciating what
Yeah.
you've got.
Yeah. And it's like,
Because you could come back from that.
or even like it's not a character flaw, but it
Exactly.
was like an approach flaw to the relationship.
Okay, yeah, it could be.
And then you're
approach,
able to go like,
situation.
like you go apart, heal from it, all this kind of stuff, and then eventually you run into each other, and it's like you're the same person that each other loved, but mature now.
But yeah,
Yeah, that's the thing. I
you've
think mature is
grown,
a
yeah.
big one where it's like
Look at everyone saying, choosing.
Bro, I was talking to a colleague recently. And we were just talking about like past relationships and whatnot. And she's like, "Oh, like, did you have a girlfriend before Mao?" I was like, "No, Mao was my first." And then,
No.
and then shout out, did Mao have it on before? He's like, "Nah, I'm the first." And so I was like, so I have no knowledge or wisdom to give
Yep.
on relationships.
Yeah.
I think I was even talking to you about this recently. I think maybe last week.
I think so.
I got no stats to give you. I got no storyline.
Yeah, you were saying you like marriage stuff. You can give advice,
But leading up to that, hey,
Dating.
bro,
yeah.
I got nothing for you, man. I couldn't tell you how to navigate this thing. So maybe that's why when I look at it, I'm just like,
this daily life. I can't.
this is beautiful, bro.
Yeah.
Watching everyone get here in their own kind of way, bro. The mash up,
Yeah,
that situation.
Yeah. It's
I love it, man.
that is tricky though. The getting back together is because like I feel like in your mind you would do so much of yo, am I gonna repeat the same cycle and waste time?
Of course.
That fear of doing that, I reckon, is why a lot of people may not even get back together, is because it's like, bro, if like, how do I know you've truly changed or this or that
person?
from
Either.
either or,
okay, yeah.
right? Like, assuming that they were both decent people,
Yeah.
and it wasn't like cheating or abuse or what, nothing major like that. It's like just that fear of, okay, if we get back together and like it's just a great idea right now, but it's like, what if it? That's
Steps back
tricky.
into
It's
what's
very
normal.
tricky.
Yeah, because I get that because it's almost like, how do I know next time you're not going to choose your career over
Again,
over
right? Yeah.
because last time it almost sounded like, hey, I'm gonna move to London because I had this opportunity. But it's almost like that's what you chosen to do. There wasn't a conversation and trying to prioritize the relationship as well. And we're only here because that didn't work out for you.
Damn it.
You get what I'm saying? That could be it. We don't know, right? It's like, okay, cool. Like, clearly, yes, I'm the one for you and this is that. But again, I don't know next time if you get another opportunity.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know how you're going to approach that.
I've been trying to figure out and understand if, like, does our generation have the tools for good relationships still? Like, in
Yes.
on an average basis, across, you know what I mean? Like, across the average relationship,
I think
do
we
we
have.
have the tools?
I
What
think
do
we
you
have
mean by
tools
tools?
to have much better relationships, but then we also have avenues that can stop us from having
Yeah.
optimal relationships.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I think just the madness that you can do nowadays. I think were we talking about this, or was I don't know, but like the madness that you can do nowadays emotionally is mental. But what knowledge you can also gain towards having a very healthy and productive and all this kind of stuff relationship, and how to get in tune with how do I get understand my partner's emotions and all this kind of stuff. Why not? Way more than any other generation has ever had. So it's a weird one. It's like there's more tools, but you don't have to use them.
Of course.
When you say tools, what are you referring to? Are you referring to like couples therapy? And are you referring to
Like, yes and no. Tools being, maybe knowledge is probably the better
Okay, yeah, right.
phrase. But also, because I'm wondering, I'm like, are people trying to have good relationships? Because it's a very active thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, you actually have to implement and work to, like, a good relationship is not automatic. It's not the baseline. Do you know what I'm saying?
I think it's
Like, I don't think having a good relationship.
Is a bad relationship the baseline?
I think it's easier to have a bad relationship than it is to have a good
But that's
relationship.
it's the same
yeah.
way it's easier to be fat than it is to be fit. It's the same way it is easier to be dumb than educated.
Yeah, hundo. Like, it takes work
okay.
to build the good thing, I think. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I wonder, like, I feel like, do more people just have an autopilot relationship than an active...
Yes.
active, like-
Do you know what I'm saying? An active
yes, I think
and
so.
working...
But that's
adult-
not a
for sure,
generational
for sure.
thing.
Yeah, okay.
Bro, think of our parents' generation. How many uncles and aunties do you know
facts.
that you guys just
Probably even
exist
maybe
together
worse.
more?
Just
Maybe,
passive.
Bro,
more.
it's like, when's the last time you guys intentionally did something that, was for the other person? And then they go, I cook for him. Or I work for her. It's like, yeah, but like bare minimums here, guys. Like, you know, when's the last time she didn't have to beg you to take her to a nice restaurant or something?
Yeah.
So are you talking about like that, like the basics?
He's saying, like, are people putting in effort to have a good
Because the
relationship?
thing is, I think the definition of a good relationship is gonna come down to the couple, right?
Nah, dog.
No, 100%. Because you're
I'll be the judge. And
no, but the
Do you
thing is,
think so?
I'll
Because
be
funny
the
enough,
judge and
because
jury,
I
bro.
thought about, like, semi-unrelated here, yeah? Like, when we were sitting in church today, I was thinking, a sign that anybody is not doing well in their life is they start disconnecting from people. And then I was thinking to myself, similar to what you're saying, I'm like, is that subjective? And I was like, no, I actually think that's objective.
apply.
I think that's actually objective. Like, there are some standards where it's like, yo, if you keep pulling away from community and this and that, it's like something's not right. You need attention, right?
it depends.
I don't-
I think it depends on the context. Because I've seen people that do that, but they are like extremely happy in their relationship.
What are you talking about now?
I'm
So
sorry,
you-
I'm
'cause you're
talking
just
about
saying,
as an individual.
As an
So saying like in
But
terms
now
of
I'm
So what
saying-
would be wrong?
but-
Because they're like in their mind, it's like I'm so happy in this relationship to a point where I want to spend as much time.
No, sorry.
is my partner.
I'm saying like as an
Right.
individual,
Yeah.
There are objective signs of
unrelated to
something.
relationship.
Okay,
yeah?
okay.
Like,
Individual, okay.
I don't think somebody, like a sign that somebody is not doing well
Ah,
in
they just
overall in their
don't
life
take
is they
money.
start
Isolating,
disconnecting.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
So it's like,
Yeah,
is there
I
an
get
objective
I'm like,
sign?
and I
in
think
the-
that's an
yeah.
objective truth to an extent. When you're saying like, what a good relationship is going to change thing. It's like, yes, of course. It's like in terms of, you know, let's say me and my partner love to, I'm trying to give an example here. Okay. Let's say we had a kid and like, I'm like, yo, I want to Project Mbappe this kid. And she's like, 100%, let's do it. Right. And like, we combine so much time doing that. Yeah. And it's like, we enjoy it. That's a good relationship. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's like, for somebody else, the idea of that specific thing of like, hey, taking our kid to sport all the time, I don't care. That's not a good relationship. But they have their equivalent of that. But it's like, what is the root thing? It's the spending time intentionally, the joint project or whatever. So it's like for someone else, they're like, hey, I love when we sit down once a week and paint.
I
or
think
whatever.
I can objectively stand here and say, if someone doesn't enjoy the time and presence of their partner above anything else, that's not a good relationship.
No, I agree with that. I'm not saying that.
No, I'm trying to find what are these other signs?
What are these-
Like
okay.
there have to be other objectives.
Okay, cool. Because that's what I was asking. I was like, because for me, I realize, you know, how we do our relationship is going to be very different to how the people do their relationship, right? This is like years ago. I was talking to my friend. Like I saw his partner dancing at the club with, I don't know, it was some event. She was dancing with someone else, and I was so confused. So I was like, what? Okay. And then, you know, it's work. I was like, hey, by the way, broski, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I saw that. I was like, yeah, but that's what we do. Yeah, like,
Sorry.
there is no, you know, like, I already know that.
That's an open relationship.
And-
That man,
and-
as soon as you have the verb, bang!
What is he? Jamaican?
then-
It's our culture.
And then he was saying that he also does the same thing, right? So they have an agreement that we can do that. Okay? So it's like they can dance because, you know, maybe the way they view it, it's like, hey, it's actually not that deep. It's actually, you know, intimate. Because to me, I was like, you know what?
Swingers for whining
No.
is crazy.
Hey, but to be fair, I thought about it. I was like, you know, it sounds horrible, but at the same time, I was
But you agree.
yes,
You agree, yes.
But this is also the second part where I was watching my friend's story because she does a lot of dancing, the Latin and all that kind of stuff. Right? And they're getting close to other people, bruv. You know, I know this because I did a bit of bachata. You get what I'm saying?
You did one class of bachata.
Monday nights, bro.
Right? But this one is even like worse. Like this kind
But
of
she's
style
a
of dance.
dancer.
Yeah, but see,
So regardless-
no. But see, it's still the same thing.
It's
you
a
know?
job, though. That's a job. If
Nah,
they're doing their
Justin
job.
Bieber and SZA, come on, bruv.
Yeah,
Man,
see.
They're
So-
performing. They're putting on a show for them.
I
I agree.
High-key, okay,
No,
but-
I agree. But how do you?
high-key-
You do the action.
Justin wanted it, bro.
Justin, what are you
Let's
saying?
just sorry, but yeah.
Like, do you not think it's crazy Usher always doing like what he
cherry?
does? The cherry and all
Yeah.
that? Because he's married.
yes,
Usher,
yes, he
baby.
is. Yes.
Like, I always go like, I get the act and whatnot, but I think for most people, they go, oh, that's a single man.
Of course.
Like it's an option
Yeah.
to be sexual around you.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, it comes down to like I understand it, right? But it's like
I think we're lying to ourselves.
I think people.
About
Yeah.
About how
Yeah,
open we
yeah,
are.
Yeah, how do people differentiate between, like example, Hailey with Justin Bieber? How can she differentiate between, you were just doing an act? It doesn't change the feeling that's how I made her feel.
Bro.
The same way in this situation, it's
he did,
like
but it was wrong.
it's
Very
like
wrong.
I understand my friend. That's how it's not even a job. She does it as a hobby, right? But
Damn,
it
you
doesn't
gonna
change the
get paid for
fact.
this, babes?
It doesn't change the fact that her dancing like this. If she had a man, he would look at us like, damn.
Yeah. Especially like you look at hand placements, this,
Do
that.
this, cuz. Oh, man. Bro, what do you think I stopped going pachata, cuz? It was getting a bit too
Fair.
sexy.
Yeah, nah, I hear it. Bro, that makes so much sense. There's certain things where it's like,
No, bro, you were lying.
There's measures you can put in place for sure, because like Daniel hosts
Bro, there's no
sometimes
measures.
with people, right?
host.
And that's fine. Like he'll host events.
Like an-
What,
Yeah,
holding
with
the hands?
people, with
Huh?
Carry on.
with obviously someone who's the opposite sex as well. But let's just
Women,
say
bro, don't making it sounding
women.
like a
Calm
song.
down. He hosts with women. So
Yes.
in that, okay, he's doing a job. But if he starts to now do other extra stuff like, holding, grips in, just to entertain people,
Yes.
that's going to be crossing the line.
Yeah,
right?
but he could just say that's
bringing
that's
a
No,
how
no,
you
no,
that's
no,
how
wait,
you-
hold
There's
up.
certain measures.
Bringing a
Yeah.
check.
There's
home,
clear
bro.
measures in these places.
Yeah.
Usher, going back to Usher growing up has been sexualized, views as a sexualized man. So now he's just tapping into that even more, because if he comes out and he doesn't do that stuff, no one's checking for Usher like that. Let's be honest. So he's
Bro,
adding
two
this
women
element.
get a cherry in the show, and
Wait, I don't get. What are you saying?
Maybe that's just because
In terms
maybe
of-
I
Like,
can
You're
sort of
saying it's
understand.
normal for Usher?
I'm saying, yeah, he's an entertainer. That's what
Well,
he's doing.
isn't Daniel entertaining when he's hosting?
yeah.
Hosting is that's what I'm
Get
saying.
the cherries out at
There's-
Soji next
Oh,
time.
damn. Do you want me to bring home more monies or what?
Wait, because is that
Sometimes,
no?
if-
But
if you
actually,
get the question
what is
right,
the
he's
difference
not
there?
an
Like, genuinely,
entertainer.
what is the difference there?
Between what?
Like,
Between me and Usher.
obviously
Usher
the
and
scale.
Daniel.
The scale.
Between
I
me and,
understand.
no. Between me and Usher,
You
what's
are
the
not
difference?
Usher. You are not
But
Usher.
I understand the scale,
Yes,
right?
sir.
But then why are you saying Justin Bieber was dead wrong?
No,
for
I
being
said
with
Justin Bieber. Because he didn't need to do that. He was coming on as
did.
just he's singing, right? He was coming on performing with the thing, and I don't think SZA intended to do that as well.
Wasn't there
I
also the speculation that he
don't-
was doing like the fentanyl lean?
The bomb.
Like you might be on fentanyl and they like start leaning.
Well, there we go.
So
It
that
was
might be
out of-
why she
it
was.
out of
well,
body.
no, that's why I think she was like, "I'll
She
be
didn't
there,"
want
kind
to.
of thing. No, I'll be there for you, kind of thing
Oh,
on stage.
okay.
Yeah,
Well,
lot
but I don't know if that's the truth or not.
Yeah.
You love his black.
But no, I also
boundaries, man.
actually don't get the difference between
just
in terms of
boundaries.
performing between
Me and Usher.
Usher and Daniel. I'm not even being.
Are you alright?
No. Now,
Guys, let's not be
no. Hold on.
ridiculous.
No, because because the
Okay,
way
talk to me.
I understand it is like you're actually valuing money and fame over, like as in money and fame can dictate how you can behave.
Not necessarily.
Because
no.
like,
No.
okay, fair enough. Daniel
I've
If
hosting
Daniel,
it.
if Daniel were
Daniel
to,
hosting
if
it.
Daniel were to start what?
I mean, we can run with this theory.
Okay. Of what? Me being sexualized?
Sure.
Okay.
Soup like in a white
Also,
context.
When did Usher get married? Because I'm pretty sure he got married.
No,
Not
keep talking about me being
like
sexy.
after.
I'm saying sexy. I'm saying hypersexualized. Right.
Tell me more.
But what I'm saying is like,
Mental health mode.
all right. So yes, Usher's at a different scale, whatnot. But it's like if the aim is, I want to put on the best sort of entertainment for the people that are at this venue, right? If Daniel hosting is part of that is I don't know, arms around the co-host or whatever, this that. It's like
just banter. Flirtatious banter.
yeah, okay, that's a great word, like wording, flirtatious banter,
Yeah.
right? Because it creates a
An atmosphere and a vibe.
better atmosphere, whatnot. Like
He's not taking that.
I
role,
understand, but like my thing is,
though. Yes.
You know, it's a love.
Difference. You're
It's
saying
a
what the
Valentine's
difference is.
Day.
no. And what? I don't know. But like what I'm saying is like the cost to benefit is very different. So when Daniel does it at Soji, or if Daniel was to do it at Soji,
Yeah.
right? It's like, what's the benefit?
Exactly.
And not that much.
Whoa.
Which then goes to what I'm saying,
Which is-
which you're saying that fame and money can dictate how you behave.
No. No, listen.
You're saying because
First of all-
Usher has
first of all,
20,000
let's
people,
just-
he can dangle
We're starting. No, listen.
with
we're
a
starting-
wedding ring. He can take his wedding ring
Who?
off. Usher.
Is that what he
Usher,
does?
baby.
Of course, he's not dangling cherries with a wedding ring on his finger.
But like, even if he doesn't have, people know he's married regardless.
But they also don't care.
They
They're
know
also
he's
going to throw
married.
panties
But
at
the
him.
thing is, right? Okay, take Daniel out of the equation because
It's too close
he's
to
not
home.
taking the role first of all. Because
Damn
especially
it.
now
Yeah,
the
Daniel,
roles
this
are
is very
coming.
clear. You're not
The
taking the
roles
role.
that are coming
Advance my
up,
career,
the
bro.
roles that are coming up, right? He got into hosting after we got together, after we got married.
Yeah,
So,
bro.
and also
Boundaries.
I don't value that, and
They're just
I
waiting for me to
wouldn't
bloom.
want him to do that. Let's just say, for example, someone like Ruger, because Ruger lately has been doing a madness. Ruger, Rema, those type of guys, right? They bring Chris Brown. Let's do Chris Brown. He's bringing.
I saw him making out with the
women-
chick on stage.
Yeah,
That was kind of wild.
So he brings.
She kind of forced him into that, but anyway.
I mean,
You guys didn't see that? Like, she just
no, I
kept-
saw. I think she.
Whoa.
and he was trying to move at first, and he was like, whatever. You know, man, you can't really say no. So
Frig, men's mental health month.
Yeah.
To be honest,
Let's talk about
anyway,
that.
It's very different.
I'm just
I get
talking-
where
Yeah,
you're coming
keep
from.
going, keep
because
going.
one is more focused on like people want more of that. People, you know, like
Yes.
with Usher, it's
Like,
like,
that's what they're coming
this is
to see.
entertainment and that boosts.
I'd be
his-
entertained if two hosts at Soji started slapping each other's
But the
butts.
thing is, but the thing is, at an event like Soji, technically
Bro,
that's
Serge been named your 50 trillion times.
because obviously Daniel's been hosting,
Yeah.
They're
right?
never hosting again. I said.
So it's almost like
Now people think I'm gonna slap my husband bum, bro.
no, but
This
the
is
events that you
crazy, guys.
host, it doesn't require for that.
Exactly.
Oh,
Did you get what I'm saying? So even you being
No.
flirtatious, it does not do anything for the event.
What's wrong?
Oh my days.
Why is that what I thought of as well?
Wait, that's who you thought of? Why were you thinking of someone?
Yeah, what the heck?
Oh, come on. Don't do this now.
No, like actually. That means you visualize that in your
What
head.
the bomb, bro?
Is that not true?
It's all right, it's all right, it's all right. I'll get myself in trouble too. Give me a couple minutes.
Anyways,
Literally, what a bomb. I'm sorry.
doing a full circle.
Hey, we're gonna have to cut out so much.
Say you better be.
Well, doing a full circle, right? I think we're speaking about a good relationship, and if that's an objective thing, right?
I want
And-
to say everyone's lying to themselves if they think that they can be in Usher position and it's not bad for the relationship, or be in the wife's position.
That's
and
what
say
I'm
that
saying.
But I
okay
mean,
with
some
this.
people
We're
are.
lying. We're lying.
Some
No, no,
people
no. We're
are.
lying.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm
that's
like,
their truth.
and for me, I was like, well, hold on. Do we just have a different definition of what a good relationship is? Because I was watching a couples therapy. I don't know if you guys seen it on TikTok. Have you guys seen couples therapy on TikTok?
Which
No?
one?
So
I'm thinking of blue therapy. No, I
no,
haven't.
it's
Why do I know actually?
because it's been blown up on TikTok.
Right.
It's actually very interesting, like real good
Okay.
conversations, right?
Okay.
But this couple married for like 16 years.
Beautiful.
And yeah, it sounds beautiful.
Oh.
But they've also had like an open relationship for like a couple of years as well,
It's a bad idea.
right? But that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, they were still married whilst the relationship was open, and it was still quote unquote healthy, right? So obviously for us, that's not a definition of a good relationship. But at the same time,
For them, it was.
like who are we to say that is a bad relationship?
I mean, did it work out?
Yeah, I mean it's working out. You know what I mean? And even the root of the issue of why they're even in couples therapy has nothing to do with the fact that the relationship is open. You know what I mean?
I believe him, bro.
It's almost like, oh, that's the thing over there. But our real issue is this.
You know what's so interesting though? Like us, yeah, because I think for us it's like so easy to have a Christian worldview on certain things and stuff. But it's like if I actually took myself out of that Christian worldview, like if I didn't subscribe to that this lifestyle,
I agree.
I'd try some of these lifestyles.
Yeah.
Like I can see how it's fun. No, like genuinely, bro. You and your wife on a holiday, whatever, and then like not open. Sorry, what's the one where you invite somebody? One woman, not a. Like I can
threesome?
see how what?
Like a
Yeah,
threesome.
yeah, with a woman though, right? Like I can see as in actually just how it's like
This is how
I can
people view stuff.
you know what I mean. Let's just casually have some extra different type of fun or something like that. It's just from my perspective, I can see, and I think there's a lot of research around like, yo, this is actually not great for.
I was gonna say, bro. When we can
I think research
when
is also
research
there a
now
lot of the
starts to
time.
back
Yes.
the- bro,
Yeah.
come on, guys.
And then I think this is where we get in the objective bag, where it's like, all right, well, the numbers are really showing us something. It's like people think, oh, open marriage is going to be a great idea. And then just like instantly regret kicks in. And you're like, ooh, like, I actually don't.
But then it's
like
like,
that idea.
I don't want
is that open marriage that's the problem, or is that the communication? Because in this situation, like it does come therapy. It wasn't the fact that the problem wasn't because it's an open marriage. The fact it was more of someone wasn't really communicating.
Yeah,
Now it's like my problem with you is that when you leave the house, you're not communicating to me where you're going and who you're going with.
That's a lot.
Whereas before when you were doing that, there was no issue.
Yeah.
That's why we were good 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Right. So then now it almost feels like you are living your own separate life.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah. So which is
I stand by it where it says
The heart of
in
man
the
is
last
deceitful.
days. Now there's that. In the last days, men will be of lovers of themselves, self-seeking, deceitful, boastful, ungodly, unholy, all of that. I think 2 Timothy or something, right? Bro, we think we can do whatever the heck we want. There's freedom in parameters, guys. Sometimes
there definitely is.
There is freedom in
definitely
parameters.
is.
we gotta come around.
But this humanity thing where we really think we're big daddies, we can do whatever the heck we want. We're not happy. We're lying to ourselves, guys. I don't believe it, man. I will boldly talk to anybody and I will say, no, let's really break this down.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this. Not to say that marriages and relationships are also, people are so happy in them too. But that's just,
Like there is no way you're saying I do to someone and then you can
What's the
gladly
point? How much-
you can gladly watch.
Okay.
What was the point of that, dude?
How much of relationships not being done well has to do with just not choosing the right partner?
I think a lot of
Because don't you think like
lot of
if
it.
you chose this perfect person, this one that we're saying it could be the
Got
one that got
away.
away or whatever, right? All that kind of stuff. Greatest Katy Perry song, by the way, the one that got away.
That's the
I
song.
know every word.
Crazy.
But like, let's say, okay, that's that person that you should have chose. If you do choose that person,
right.
are you not gonna do hopefully any and everything that like they may suggest to make the relationship better, and they would do the same, right? But it's like if
I would think.
you hit roadblocks regularly, is that less of an indicator of I don't want to be a good partner, or I don't want to be a good partner to you?
To you most times, bro.
And is that where a lot of people are at? So it's like, is it relationships aren't done well, or they just the very first thing, which is the selection of the person I'm going to be in a
person,
relationship
yeah.
with,
Yeah.
was not
I
optimal.
definitely do think it's that thinking about
that's-
it because
That's probably a
That's
higher majority is
And
that.
that's what I think when like with open marriages and that type of stuff where it's like,
It's crazy.
do you just don't enjoy your partner enough that you're like, me and you, like we can just keep it us two. It's like we need someone else to come in and give us some enjoyment and allow us to enjoy this relationship more.
That's
It's the liberated generation, bro.
Yeah, it's so weird because it's like you hear people talk about it, and I mean, to be fair, when we had the sexologist on, Laura, like anything sounds like it can be justified, reasonable, logically, but it's like there's something about it where I'm like, guys, I don't think this is all that good. Like, I don't think everything is just about exploration and this and that. And it's like, nah,
but I think that's the problem. I think the problem
Always
is that
exploring,
no one,
never freaking
no
doing
one,
oh, find your way, bro.
Never building.
but
Where are
I
you?
don't think anyone is saying, hey, no, that's actually wrong.
Yeah, like it's
Right.
something that I don't need to explore.
Because even again, just watching the therapist talk, it's like they're saying all these things, and it's just like it's okay as long as you guys are okay with it, kind of thing, right? So it's almost
What
like
happens when someone becomes not okay with it?
Well, I think
Yeah,
like,
but
Because
that's
I'm
the
like,
problem.
what leads some people to not being? I mean, and it's like, okay, and that's okay. Like we need to
Yeah,
now
but
understand.
I'm
where
saying-
do you go now?
But I'm saying she's not even calling out the fact
because
that
this cannot be
is-
undone.
Yeah,
The act, like the memory is singed in. I listened to this guy called Dr. John Deloney. I don't know if you guys have seen his stuff. He's a therapist, whatnot. He's a Christian, but his stuff isn't like super Christian, but he understands scripture and stuff. But he'll get like random people call in and like relationship problems, whatnot. And there's been quite a few of those topics where it's like, me and my husband, blah, 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 and then we try to open the relationship and whatnot. And then like he's instantly like, and now you're feeling some sort of regret. And like it's all the time kind of thing. And
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Oh, you have told me about this guy.
and it's like, and he doesn't even really got it from a Christian perspective.
Yeah.
It's just like this scientific
just-
thing of
it
like we
doesn't
see
work.
this all the time, right? And it's just like, it's very,
I think
very
I
interesting.
want to get a researcher that looks into and is not afraid to be like, all right, this is not a popular opinion, but this is what the figures are telling us. But facts don't lie. You know what I'm saying?
Scott Galloway
Stats don't
type.
lie.
This is not even my this is not even my opinion.
Not my opinion. This
Yeah.
is just what I
This
see,
is
and
what
this
it
is
is,
what
yeah.
things are presented as. And bro, hold that, because I think that people like that do exist, and the information is out there. But
Yeah,
it's
well, we just try to be so cute and nice about everything.
cute and nice.
And I think there's a
Everything,
problem.
yeah.
I think there's a problem. We always try. We live in a world where, regardless of how bad someone's action is, we try to justify it for them.
You know what it is?
Try to make it sound like it's okay.
Yes, we ignore the statistics because we want to always treat ourselves as the outliers, not the average. Whereas in reality, it's like I should treat myself as the average and work to be an outlier. You know?
Yeah.
Like it's like,
yeah.
hey, me and my partner, it's like, hey, we're gonna be like everybody else. If we try open relationship, it's gonna pack us up. That's the average. Let's not try to be an outlier. Now, when it comes to this, let's try to be an outlier of, hey, we work on a really good relationship. That's enjoyable. That's
bro.
I think that's what it is. I think, I do agree with what you're saying earlier. That it's just a matter of maybe not, with the right person.
Bro.
Because for me, I'm just like, because I think about it, it's like, if your partner is opening to you and saying, hey, this is making me feel this way.
and you don't change
And
enough.
your first was like, far out, bro. Like, let me do everything I can to make sure you feel that way. I think if that's not our attitude, I think we have to question why that's not our attitude. I think reality is like, wait, hold on, why wasn't my first thing? What can I do about it?
Which I think is not the problem, because this goes into that beast man conversation of like, you can feel this is with context.
Oh my god, yeah, we want to
Where
talk about
you
this.
can feel something. Okay, I'll just give the full context. Her friend got a really big deal or something. Beastman. Her first instance was like not feeling happy because she was like, "Oh, I'm not a part of that." Like,
I wanted us to do it
I
together.
wanted us to do this together, and then she called her back, apologizing straight after. And people were blasting her for like, "Oh, what kind of friend feels that way?" I'm like, the instant emotion is not necessarily the bad thing, but it is what you do with it. Like you're saying,
Yeah.
why did I feel like that?
Yeah, I think it's
And
about
working through that.
questioning, and working, because and I think, the people are not used to that. People are not used
Autopilot,
to,
bro. That's what I'm saying.
people are not used to you not going, hey, hold on, why did I feel that way? And is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing as well? And then working towards that, because sometimes our initial response is not always going to be. I think even in a relationship, maybe our initial response is not, what can I do to change that? But then when we do question ourselves why that's not our initial response, maybe we'll end up working towards it to make sure that that is our initial response.
100%. On the Intergalactic movie as well. Comes back to this. Shout out Kid Cudi. There was, I think, the scene the night after they've linked up.
Yeah.
No. This is later on when he now goes to go tell her like, yo, we can't be friends anymore. The ex, he goes to tell the ex, we can't be friends anymore because I actually really like this new girl. And then she's like, but when you broke up with me, you told me, why'd you break up with me? He's like, oh, because I didn't want anything. He's like, no, you didn't want anything with me. I said, wow, it's true. Like,
Yeah, that is true.
That's what it is, bro. And that's the reality of it sometimes too, man. And it's
It sounds harsh. You can't say
you gotta
that.
affirm it.
Yeah. It's a skill to break up nicely. I was talking
said
to
it's a skill.
I was talking to somebody, and he was saying like when he broke up with his ex, the first time, he told her very like, because his thing was like, I should always be honest. I shouldn't lie. He's like, I genuinely just don't really have an attraction towards you physically. He's like, I think you're a lovely person, and everything, but it's like, and that's becoming a thing. And then
That's tough.
And then after a little bit of them breaking up, he was like, yo, somehow they were talking whatnot, and he was like, gosh, was that really shallow of me? Like to end a relationship over that, whatnot, all this. So they get back together. And he was like, instantly, he's like, I just saw how much everything became about, am I attractive to you? Right? And it's like, he's like, so, sleeping together, this, that, whatnot, all this kind of stuff. It's like always the question right after was like attractive, like constant. It's like, and when
That's
they
not the
broke
spin
up
back
a
I'm
little bit
talking
after that again, he was like, he just told her, he's like, oh, to be honest, it has nothing to do with that, even though 100% had to do with that. Yeah, he was just like, hey, look, I just honestly don't think it's gonna work out for this reason, that reason, what. Just made up some reason, and then he was saying, he's like, what he learned, he's like, you almost
Give them the one.
you can't give them the truth if it's gonna hurt them for no reason. Because now this person will always see themselves unattractive in every relationship that they enter. You know what I mean? Like, it's very challenging. Whereas, like, if it's just it's like I could have kept that to myself.
Yeah.
You know? And it's like, and broken up nicely of like, hey, I don't think it's working out. I'm like, for some reason, like, it just doesn't feel right or whatever. It's like, just even if you're vague-ish or whatnot, but it's like, at least I haven't given them this roadblock in their mind now that's like, but it's
crazy.
because I thought I have to be so
Like, honest.
honest
Truth and
all the
grace, though,
time.
that.
Yeah, literally.
Great.
Yeah, cause that's true. Cause if that hurts her, it's like
That truth is just destructive, to be
she's
honest.
gonna walk with that everywhere she goes.
Everywhere.
Damn, bro, breaking up and
Yeah.
saying because I'm not attracted to you. Freaking
On this
Christ.
B. Simone thing, right? Because Carlos had sent that clip into our chat, and I think me and you were very much like, this is not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, yeah, she's talking to her friends, the situation, whatnot, and like everyone's dragging for her, and me and Daniel were like, yo, actually doesn't, it sounds quite emotionally intelligent of like,
That's what I
I've
thought.
realized, hey, I actually did not celebrate you enough or whatever. I'm apologizing. This is why, whatnot. And then I see a bunch of other clips.
The remainder of the pod is not that, yes.
And I was
what I'm
like,
saying,
something's not right.
Because I saw the
here.
full thing, and you guys just saw that one video.
Yeah.
That's why that was my
I had to
response.
shop at H&M.
So that's the part that I was like,
The
this
H&M
is
part, yeah.
so tone deaf.
So turned out.
Of like I'm crying because I had to go to H&M to
I'm
shop.
so broke after shop at H&M.
And it's like, bro, especially like given the current times, given who the majority of her fan
Her
base is
listeners,
as well,
yeah.
it's like,
That's crazy.
it's working class people.
Brother, it's
right?
giving a pasta
guys.
up on stage with
Yeah.
the bust down rolly avalanche. Yeah,
Yeah.
my Ochi average.
How much-
And he's saying, and he's up there talking about, we are going through trying times where you know, we are
literally.
struggling. Cost of living.
Broski, how much of that? And I'm looking down my H&M pants. I said,
Yo,
Yeah.
and
What's up
man
with
got
this?
the Dior, Christian
But
Dior.
it made me think of one thing.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember a couple years ago we talked about on the podcast
Oh no.
when B. Simone created a subscription on her Instagram
Yeah.
to her
Yeah,
close
yeah.
friends?
Oh, yes.
And what it made me realize is all of these influencers are lying about their numbers.
Likely, bro.
All of them are lying about their
They don't
numbers.
make it the numbers. so
Absolute
much.
rubbish. Because it's like, if you're charging, how many followers does she have? 3 million? I think it's 2 to 3 million probably, right? If you have 1% of those people, right? So what's 1% of 20,000? Right? Let's be very
5.7 mil, by the way.
okay. Let's stick with 20,000 as her subscribers
Yeah.
on that, right? She's charging $5 a month.
Okay.
That's $100K a month.
Yeah.
So
But she's
good
clearly
money.
not got that.
Yeah.
She said, because she said liquid. She doesn't have
No. It's not. It's
Yeah,
not
she did
liquid
say
or not
that.
like because liquid is just about my income right now, right? So clearly there's no income,
Frick.
which I'm not here to pocket watch or whatever. Well, I'm just saying like generally
What's going on in that
there's
space?
to
I think there's very few
Like,
people
where's
that
the
have made
paycheck
something
come
substantial
from?
for themselves without having to lean into, and I think we're speaking about this as well, without having to lean into the things that you wouldn't, it's hard, you know, the liberated world, whatever, that are not an honest living. Like, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people are making liquid
Bad,
cash
bro.
because they're selling their cheeks on the internet,
Yeah.
you know, for people to go and
Or the
subscribe
drugs
to.
in the streets or
drugs
whatever.
in the, you know what I mean? Like, there's people making a lot of money from that. And the amount of people that are not doing that and still making a lot of money is a very small actual percent. With a lot of these influencers and people that are
and when you make that kind of money, honestly, it's quite hard to part
Like,
with
go to
it that
anything else.
that cheap. No, it's hard to part with it cheaply when you make the money honestly,
yeah,
like
okay, yeah.
and cleanly.
Yeah.
Like the amount of time it will take anybody here to have 5K disposable money, it means that I'm not going to walk into InQ and buy a 3K pair of jeans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I can't. But if I was just selling drugs on the street, whatnot,
This is coming back quick.
whatever.
Bro.
There's no tax on this.
So I think a lot of these people, yeah, it's weird though because the conversation is always like, you know, don't follow what you see on the internet. Like, you know, it's not real, it's not true.
Yeah.
No one
No,
hears that.
no one.
No one hears that
Yeah.
still. It's like,
Yeah.
no.
Because it's all
What you still see?
appearances. Yeah. It's, yeah. The other thing it made me go is like, damn, people are really bad with finances. Like, really bad. Because it's like when your complaint is like, I can't shop at Nordstrom anymore and I used to do this all the time, whatnot. It's like, maybe you shouldn't have.
Nordstrom's up.
Is it Nordstrom or Nordstrom's not?
Bro, we ran it up when we are we up?
Oh wait, what was this? What was the store that she?
I remember she said
It
another
started with B.
yeah, but it was
Yeah,
something.
but I think it's clear
Out of my
something-
tax bracket.
Something that's quite high end.
Yeah. So it's like,
But yeah, that's
you know what I mean? Where you're like, oh, maybe if
yeah.
along this whole journey you were buying
yeah. That's
Levi jeans, we wouldn't be worried about H&M right now.
for sure.
You know?
Yeah.
Bro, it was also the thing as well. I saw someone put Bloomingdales is the name of the other store.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
I saw because I think Jeff Bezos just got married to his babes, and
this is
someone put up
Guys, my guy cleared the whole city.
Yeah, crazy. Was it? Did he get
Did
married?
you guys see the wedding invite, by the way?
No,
Disgusting. Like, I'll send you guys.
he said I could have.
No. Genuinely, like, there was a whole in graphic design world. There's like a whole conversation. Like, guys, what the hell?
Bro, there was
The citizens were mad, bro.
someone put up. Was it in Vatican City? Did he get married in
what
Vatican
happened?
City?
No, but didn't they stop that from
Because people
happening?
didn't want
And
that
then he
to
had to go
happen.
somewhere
So
else.
maybe he went somewhere else.
Yeah, he ended up going. I forgot exactly where he went. I don't know if it was. Yeah, he ended up going somewhere else. But everyone's kind of mad. It's like,
Right.
you know, how can you just shut down the whole city
Crazy.
just because someone just wants to get married?
It's actually disgusting.
Did you see-
use of money?
All the Kardashians were there, and
Sounds right.
And I'm just but does it?
Yeah,
Like, as in, why? Like, what does Jeff and I don't understand how all these tech guys have just become uber celebrities.
yeah.
But to be fair, I feel like there's a lot of relationships that goes on behind the scenes.
Of course.
We just don't know.
Definitely.
Of course,
Yeah.
but it's like, if I find out, I don't know, Paul Pogba's at Jeff Bezos' wedding, I'm gonna flip tables. Like, there's no reason for this.
Star-studded wedding, man.
Hey, man, it's the
man.
same way as TD Jakes was at Diddy's thing. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Who knows?
true.
I think I was just thinking about how in that particular wedding, like someone put up a post saying it takes a lot of money to look this cheap because the dress was not anything crazy.
Yeah.
Or it didn't look like anything crazy. The suit
okay.
didn't look like anything
Yeah,
crazy. I'm
yeah,
like, bro, even when people do have money and they're doing all of the crazy
Yeah.
spends, it's like, for what? Because the richest of the richest, their thing is looking
Yeah.
True.
basic and calm. So it's interesting with this whole celebrities and the money appearances stuff, man. Hey, we didn't even do the trade-offs, bro, but we gotta.
Oh, we'll glide.
Do you have one or two for us? Or one?
I do. Let me get them
We'll
out
cut.
real quick.
Trade-offs are banging, bro. Since someone forgot how to make their game.
Someone
Someone.
who
yeah.
will be
Alright.
pointing fingers. Let's
That's a
go.
cheeky
Trade-offs.
All right, you never have to do laundry again, but your clothes always have a weird smell that no one else can notice.
Oh, no.
Only you
Oh.
can. But you can always
Nah,
smell.
I can't live with the smell. Definitely not.
There's nothing worse than half
I
dry
cannot.
clothes, bro. Or there's a window. After you've washed clothes, there's a window
hang 'em.
where you need to get them things aerated ASAP.
Bad. Yeah.
So you say never do laundry again?
Never have to do laundry again, but there's a small stench that
To
only
be
you
fair,
can smell.
I'm a kid. I actually enjoy doing laundry.
I'll
It's
have
a
to do
pastime,
it
it's
because I
good.
can't do
Yeah,
that
yeah.
stench, bro.
Yeah.
I remember there was one time I wore a shirt that is one of those. I missed the window, but we still hung it up anyway. I wore it to church.
Yeah, no.
One of my homies daps me up. Hey, bro. And this is the homie. He keeps it real with you all the time. He's like, hey, bro, I got some clothes in the car. Do you have any in your car? Because you need that right now. I did.
Yeah, hey, because when you miss that
Sinuses burn.
Moss.
Bro.
yeah, when you miss that
Moss,
window, it's
wet
crazy.
dog, everything
Yeah,
combination, bro. Nah, I'm doing laundry, bro.
All right.
Yeah, I'm doing laundry.
Last one, just because we're on this love of your life conversation.
sir.
All right. You meet the love of your life,
No. I know Cheryl's going to
but their laugh makes everybody stare in public.
Hey, very easy fix, bro. I'm not cracking no jokes in public.
Driest convo.
Not cracking any jokes, bro.
You gotta take the love
Horrible
of the
laughs
life.
is
hilarious.
I gotta take with the love of my life, but I'm cracking them jokes at home, bro.
Nah, but bro, if you're even disgusted by that laugh too, bro.
Yeah.
She can't be the love of my life.
Snorting.
Nah, there's a fault in the question. She can't be the love of my life. There's a fault. Yeah, madness, bro.
Yeah, that's
Hey man, find your boo things, people.
That's
Bro.
it.
for
man.
sure. All right, thank you for joining us. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share it around. We'll catch you guys next week. I guess.
Yeah,
Should be.
maybe.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know.
Depends
We'll
on how
figure
we-
it out. We'll see you guys next week. Peace out.
Bye.
Love.